It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, just Sarah today with Diana again. Ethan is off, so thank you, Diana. Day 2 for filling in. I so appreciate it. Yeah.
Happy to help.
Happy to help. All right. Hopefully Ethan will be back tomorrow. You won't have to get out of bed. So
yes, please.
Here we go with some news. Missouri's Attorney General is calling all state and the country's leading companies to stop following DEI practices. Andrew Bailey is joining 14 other state leaders saying that if DEI practices continue for hiring, that CEOs could face legal action. Many of our state's Republican leaders continue to try to remove the diversity, equity, and inclusion programs from all hiring practices. But this kind of took it a step further. There is a bill right now in the House that would allow for legal consequences against colleges and universities if they show preferential treatment based on new hires for people at the university level based on their diversity. So MSU, as you know, has already dismantled its DEI department to align with the federal law.
Wow. Well, on to this, the city of Mountain Grove, they're trying to keep the train on the tracks. 5 city workers just resigned their positions. If you need a city job, they obviously are hiring. In the meantime, it will be a chore to keep the normal city business on track due to these now multiple vacancies. No official word on why the sudden departure, but go apply today if you're looking for a government job.
I always feel like there's no official word, but if you live in Mountain Grove, I have a feeling that like there's word on the street, you know
the skinny. Yeah. But I will say, as someone who worked for the city, it is great retirement, great options. You got great health insurance. I mean, I don't know Mountain Grove exactly, but man, I only worked for the city for about 7.5 years and I've got great retirement from that short time. So
it's so funny because I thought the same thing. And I'm sure there's obviously an underlying reason, like 5 people don't just quit, Right. But at the same time, I thought the same thing. I was like, if you can get a government job at any level, So there
Maybe
you go.
They just wanted to like stick it to the man. Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Yeah. I don't know.
Good luck, Mountain Grove.
Somebody knows, but it ain't me. So at least officially it ain't me. That's what I should say. Okay, now back to this. Should be back to business as usual today in Branson. Hopefully, 2 school buses are back on track after both of them running off the road yesterday. Here's what's interesting. It actually happened on the same road. I don't think it's a road problem, though, necessarily. That's not the implication, at least. Only minor injuries, thankfully, and most of those 2 adults. There were not a ton of students on board. Troopers say the first bus ran off the road right along Highway F near the village of Bull Creek. And then a second bus was actually heading down that same road and found out about the first bus going off the road. So he had to turn around. He or she had to turn around. And that was hard. So it too went off the road on the same road, which is just wild.
What are the chances of that?
I know. Yeah. So just minor injuries, like nothing major at all. So that's good news. But what an awkward, like,
what are the chances of that happening? And, anytime kids are involved, it's always like, oh, careful.
Yeah.
Well, marijuana is now legal in Missouri, as you know, but one person can only have a certain amount of it on them or else they get in trouble for the intent to distribute. Now, that's exactly what happened in Republic. 53 pounds of marijuana was picked up by the police after a search warrant. One man was arrested and they also seized 8 guns, more than $5,000 in cash. Whoa. So I'm guessing that was more than the limit that they were supposed to have.
I feel like
probably shouldn't have.
Pounds is probably, probably over the limit. I feel like it's a safe bet. Yeah.
I think he had the intent.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I run through the streets of Springfield and I can, if a police officer ever needed to know, I could be like, oh, let me just follow after me. You'll find out. Yeah.
Like you've got like the radar, who's
oh my goodness
the good
gracious,
guys and who's
alive.
not.
I'm telling you, sometimes I'm like, and it's so early, right? I'm like, our whole group, or I run in a group and all of us are like, what in the world, people? It's too early for that. Okay, Springfield folks got a chance last night to hear from the candidates for the new city manager job. There are 3 of them on the short list, 2 of them local, and then one from Richmond, I believe.
Mhm.
Anyway, they all had 30 minutes to speak online. So maybe if you're in the city, you took part in listening or asking questions even. Word on the street, though, is that that person, whoever wins it out of those 3, is going to be paid a pretty penny. Council bumped the pay to $350,000. That actually means that Springfield city manager position will likely be making more than Kansas City's city manager
Oh,
position.
wow.
Because the range up in KC is listed smaller, like it lists a range, but it does not reach up to 350. So
Mm.
good for that.
Well, they don't keep all of that because they got taxes out of it, right? I'm trying to think the grass is, they're doing a good thing. The grass is greener, but
Yeah.
it's a big job. City manager is a big job. And I think the folks going for it locally seem like good guys. So I don't know much about the other guy. I should have listened. Oh, well.
I know a decent amount because I read about him. I mean, I don't know though, because I also did not tune in. So I obviously would hesitate to say anything just because
Yeah.
but you can read up on it. I mean, there's some stuff out there and yeah, we'll see what
Okay.
happens. It is a big job though. You're right. That's a lot of responsibility and it's a lot more hours than 40. I can guarantee you that.
For sure. And the
Yeah.
departments that you have to oversee and there's just a lot. And there's a lot of big decisions and a lot of money coming through our city, so got to get the right person for the right role, right?
Yeah. Yep. And they paid Jason Gage out. You saw that. Like they kept paying him, still paying him, I guess. But that's another probably word on the street, but no official word. So that's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we are. It's going to be good.
Well, I'm sure that guy's going to be a happy camper. But speaking of happy campers, 6 local nonprofits are going to be happy campers after the Youth Empowerment Project. It gave out $10,000 in grant money. The Boys and Girls Club, Isabel's House, Ozarks Food Harvest, the American Indian Center of Springfield, Empower Abilities, Isabel's House again. They all received a chunk of that money. Yes, it is called and supported obviously by the Community Foundation of the Ozarks. So what a great
I was new to
opportunity.
Youth Empowerment Project. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
mean, it's cool
obviously involves
for
kids.
youth to
Mhm.
learn the process of grant writing and fundraising and all of that,
Yeah.
It's
very
a
cool.
necessary skill and not a lot of people have it.
Well, also, we talked about a little bit of Easter, the Easter sunrise service coming up this weekend. But what about the kids, right? It's not all about Jesus, although it is, but it also is.
Except for it is,
about
but
Easter.
there's also some egg hunting going on.
Yeah, let's talk about the egg hunts, okay? Because the kids are going to want to know. There is a lot of egg hunts going around town. There are several happening. One is at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park. So if you're familiar with the farm park, this one is free and does not require any registration. It's Saturday from 10 to 2, and you can see the farm animals while you're there. And then the most unique one, I thought this was so fun. It is the floating Easter egg hunt. It is happening at Chesterfield Family Center. So if your kids want to take a little dip in the pool, they don't even have to dive for the eggs because they're on top. And this is good. I think I saw it was for kids like 6 months that are, a little bit older to maybe like 6 years old, 8 years old. Registration is required and there is a fee for that. So you'll want to register probably today if they're not already like maxed out of people. But thanks to the Springfield Greene County Park Board, I know they're a sponsor of this, and you can obviously find out more information and register online at parkboard.org.
That's cool. And they're a sponsor of the Easter egg hunts and the podcast.
Yes.
So thank you to them. And for Diana's service to them for how many ever years? You said 7?
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5 years. Yeah. I love the park board, as you know, not just because you worked there, but I'm a parks girl. So
I loved it too.
Yes. Okay. And then finally, don't forget, we still have our contest going on. It is at the website, aroundtheozarks.com. Get registered to win a free Ferris zero-turn lawnmower valued at nearly $5,000 because 'Tis the season for needing to mow. We are teaming up with Springfield's rock station Q102 to give that away, all thanks to Sportsland pickup covers and trailer cells. That's a business located in Rogersville. They have all sorts of camper shells, lift kits, lighting for your car, ATVs, UTVs, and clearly lawnmowers. So we're going to be picking a winner live in person at doing the giveaway at Sportsland. That will come up on Friday, May 2nd. So we'll let you know who wins, but you can still play right now at aroundtheozarks.com.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever ridden on a Ferris mower, by the way?
I have not. So my husband had a 0-turn lawnmower at one point many years ago, and he would not let me use it.
Oh, well, probably because he enjoyed it so much. But
true story.
The Ferris mowers, I think what makes them so unique is the suspension that's built in them. So they're really smooth. So if you have like a
so you love it.
Mower,
what you're telling me?
You know, like you can really just like you're not getting really the visuals if you're listening to this, but basically you can like really have it made and look like you're working real hard with these Ferris mowers and not feel like your back's gonna, be in pain the next day. So
that's hilarious.
That's what make those. I mean, they're top of the line mowers. They're really nice mowers.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of them too.
Yeah.
It's like you hear certain brands, and yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Thanks to Sportsland for doing that, because that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it is.
I can assure you though that I'll still be pushing the lawn. That's what will happen. Yeah, because I, as it turns out, can't enter into the drawing. So there you go.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Diana. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody else, we hope you have a fantastic day at work today, and we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Okay. Happy Wednesday, folks. Bye.
Bye.